music. This that first react music. They can't hold me back. I'm feeling good cause I'm black music. Can't nobody touch this. My flow, I can't rush this. Put them on silence when I'm talking. You should hush, bitch. I am from the heavy base. My bro called a heavy case. Got a couple.
Yeah, happy holidays and happy Sunday to everybody out there. Welcome back to another episode of Cigar Sundays Live, where we define, examine, and analyze words, sayings, and phrases used in American culture. And tonight, we will be smoking on the word help. So grab your thinking caps and get ready to smoke on words with two big nerds, with myself, Chef Earl Pearl at DBCHEFTV, and the God, Ali Dawood L at BK Soul Farm. And we are the Cigarden Panel. Peace, God. How you feeling?
Peace, God. Yeah, I'm feeling great, brother. How about you?
Same here. Same as always. You know, we was talking on the back chat. The holidays, how the holiday season was affecting us and our experiences.
Yeah, they was effective this year.
Yeah, and everything was beautiful. We glad that we made it back safe and sound. And and there was a lot of love going around too. So they're definitely thankful for that, like we always are for another day. And man, we got a fantastic show for everybody tonight, y'all. We are going to be smoking on the word help. And before we get into tonight's questions, right now, holiday sale going on at DB Chef TV gift shop. We got 25% off our entire network. Also, the perfect stocking stuffer right now is 1016. That's 1016 160 self-sustainability by the God Ali Dawood L. You can go grab that right now at www.bksoulfarm.com. We appreciate anything y'all do. Anything y'all go is, we love it. We appreciate the support, the help, the encouragement, all of that. And if the money's tight, it's all right, because we know that we in these days right now where the money a little tight for people. But like we said, if the money tight, it's all right. We still got something you can do for free, and that's smash the like. So let's go ahead and get into tonight's word. We got help. Tonight's questions for the word help are: what do you think of when you hear the word help? That's always our house question. That's the first question that we always bring to the Cigarden Panel. Because generally out here, you know, y'all, we have meanings to words, and we always aren't clear on how the word is defined. So our second question of tonight: what does healthy help look like versus help that is enabling? Third, how can we tell when an offer to help has strings attached or is genuine? And if you don't know what genuine is, I think a couple episodes back we did the word genuine. Y'all go check that out. It's a great episode. Fourth, why do some people assume that asking for help makes them weak? And then our fifth and final question, last but never least: is the word help bad, good, or misunderstood? Y'all let us know. We're going to let y'all know, and feel free to exchange your insights in the comment section below or in the live chat. We're going to go ahead and get to the God Ali Dawood L at BK Soul Farm. What do you think of when you hear the word help?
Peace. So
Peace, God.
for me, when I think of help, I think of relief. I think of I think of resolution, right? I think of a problem being solved. Um, when I think of help, yeah, like I think that not that it should be paying less, right? Because any sacrifice is just that, a sacrifice, something that you are taking from yourself and giving away or in giving to somebody else, right? But it shouldn't be something uh that should harm you, right? The giver, right? I think the helper should be should in no way be left hurt or limping or or at any danger at all, right? They shouldn't have it should and if it require like if you do that, I don't know, I guess that's maybe like later further on, but I guess real relief, problem solving is what I think of. Those are the kind of things I think of when I think of help. Like anything besides that, I don't think is help.
No doubt, no doubt. Relief and problem solving. What do I think of when I hear the word help? Compassion, consideration, benevolence, charity, hope, love. Kindness. Those are the things I think of when I hear the word help, because we're not obligated to help anybody,
Facts.
you know. So I think when you do help, it's just one of them things that you shouldn't really be looking for what you can gain other than to help somebody. You know, I mean,
Yeah, you said consideration.
yeah,
And that's huge because what you just said, like you shouldn't be looking for nothing to gain other than just to help somebody. If you're in a tight situation yourself, right, and you take something from yourself to give to somebody else, if it's gonna make you resent this person or resent your actions, right, like that's not good. Like you're not helping them for real, for real. I mean, it might look like you are, and maybe in the moment you are, right? But in the long run, as far as your relationship, as far as their progression as a better person, right? You're not helping them do that because it comes with so much trauma and so much pain. It's almost like they can't wait to get it off 'em.
yeah. The helper actually did that to themselves
Helper did that to themselves, right?
in that scenario. Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
that was self-inflicted.
Like
Because
a consideration for themselves.
yeah, because that key thing you said, if it affects your bottom line, if you take from yourself, and we talk about this in Help Me, I Can't Afford Myself episode on Bowls on the Table,
Mm.
in budgeting and budget discipline, in taking anything of whatever it is from yourself, if it's something physical or if it's a material thing, then it still is, you took it from yourself and you know how much that you needed it and you helped anyway. but you carried that resentment because you didn't really want to do it. So I get that. Yeah, that's self-infliction.
Self-infliction. Like, because it's the difference between somebody saying they need some money and you having that dollar amount in your account versus somebody saying they need some money and you have all your obligations accounted for, and after all that's done and you're nice and safe, what's left over you still have what they are asking for plus some. Now you are in a position to safely give without resentment because you're not taking, you're still taking from yourself, but you're not hurting yourself to do it. You're
Right.
not you're not compromising your lights, you're not compromising your groceries, you're not compromising anything because those things are secured. What is it, like reserve funds or not emergency funds, but like extra? Because I don't ever want to say extra funds because there's no such thing as extra money.
Disposable
Just
income
disposable, yeah,
or discretionary
yeah,
income. Discretionary income.
discretionary,
Discretionary.
yeah,
Yeah.
right. Like that's when you're in a position, is in my mind, right? Of
Yeah, if you don't got no discretionary, you check the check, player. You know what I'm saying? Like
like
shit. That's tight.
that's tight, right? Like if you're check to check, like somebody can't, like you're not in a position to help somebody financially,
Mm.
right? Like, cause you need all them ducats.
Yeah, you need all your chips and the dip.
You know what I mean?
You know.
Like,
But if you sharp though, if you watch the crumbs, you can maneuver yourself out of that. You can elevate from that. You
correct,
know. That's
correct.
really it.
I'm not
Cause it's
knocking
just a
check to
plan.
check.
No.
I'm just saying that check to check, you're not in a position to
Nah,
to
that shit funny. I know because I could laugh at myself because I was there before. So
try to help
hell
somebody.
yeah.
Like, man, I ain't got shit to help nobody.
I can't help you do nothing. I'm trying to help my damn self. Real shit.
But I'm gonna
So, you know,
try
so
though.
we got relief, problem solving, um, compassion, consideration, benevolence, charity,
Love.
generosity, love,
You said
um,
kindness too.
kindness. We
Yeah.
got all those. We got all those, guys. So we'll see if they reveal themselves somewhere in these synonyms. If we got it close, you know, we
Man,
everybody got the meanings of some shit.
I'm
So
hoping some of this shit is in the definition. So
oh no, oh no, I'm under the impression nowadays that you know a person help, they like I don't need no help from the motherfucking
yeah, like
you know, people like I wouldn't lift a finger to help you. They done reinvented when you say, "Hey, can you smash the like button?" Like now I understand what I wouldn't lift a finger to help you means.
like real talk, God. Like
Like,
it's almost like help come like you putting somebody in servitude or something like that, or I don't know. It's just like some weird ass flex. Like
I don't get it.
it's just the
I
like
don't get
button.
it.
It's a finger.
It's I wouldn't lift a finger to help you. Like, okay.
Like you really need
No problem.
that.
Now I understand what it means. When the like button got invented, I understand what it meant. You know, I do. So we got our first question of the night. What do you think of when you hear the word help? Let us know in the comment section. And we're gonna go ahead and bring up tonight's word definition. So we can get to this. Get to this right here. So we have the word help, and it's given to us as a verb and as a noun. All right. So it gives to us in a verb form first because That's mostly how we use it in action. All right. And it says to give assistance to support to someone, to provide someone with something that is useful or necessary in achieving an end. Okay. To make more pleasant or bearable, to improve, to relieve. So when you're helping somebody, you're making something more pleasant, more bearable. You know, so it's not a surprise, right?
That's not a surprise.
So it's not a surprise.
I ain't asked for your help.
You know, to make things more pleasant or more bearable. I think some people don't even understand when they being helped, the type of help that they getting. You know, that's the thing we'll get into later on. Then they said archaic, to rescue, to save. Dun, 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 dun.
That's archaic.
That's archaic. Because, you know, you can't help nobody. Don't save them. They don't want to be saved. So
I left that part out, but now that I saw it, I was like, yeah, rescue, save. That's help. Yeah, help.
that's help. Yes, it's definitely help. It's definitely help. Coming from two veterans from seagoing services. Yeah, I definitely want search and rescue, and I definitely want to be saved.
You know what I'm saying?
Even if I'm just overboard, okay?
Yeah, you know how much big fish out there? Shit,
You
come
know,
get me.
we ain't even got to do the Gilligan Island shit, right? But just if man overboard, MOB, you know what I'm saying?
Man, that's
For
archaic.
real.
That's funny.
Yes, we want help.
You know what I'm saying?
Stay out there. Nobody relieve that watch.
Facts.
Nobody relieve that watch. Nobody arms get tired ever. Okay.
Until we get that man.
Until we get that man. Every PFD should be over the side.
Oh man, I remember them days, God.
For real. So yeah, we got love for rescues and saves, you know. All right. 3A. To be of use to, a benefit. To be of use to, a benefit. That benefited me. Hey, can I buy a cup of sugar? Because we need to make this Kool-Aid. You know, can we buy a cup of rice? Because I had a little box, but it just ain't quite enough. To benefit. To be of use to advance, to develop or encourage someone or something, promote. To advance, develop, or encourage someone, something, promote. To change for the better. To change for the better. People don't put enough respect on better.
At all.
They just don't. I don't know what's going on. Like this, it's something happening in society where people just don't value better. You know,
they take offense to it. They value it. They just place a negative value to where it's it makes them feel inferior or insecure. It's from my perspective, right? Because as soon as you say something is better, that means that what you got is inferior, and you either need to need to do better, or convince them that your stuff is better, or just in my mind, just rock with what you got. But whatever.
Imagine
Whatever.
that in a world of followers.
Therefore,
shit!
you got to go with the better one.
The better one. That's Polo. That's not Gucci.
Crazy, God.
It's wild. To refrain from, avoid. All right? To refrain from, avoid.
To
Yep.
refrain from?
Yep. I get that.
He couldn't help laughing. Oh, okay. He couldn't refrain from, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
But they saying, okay, so I'm looking at it two different ways where they give us, we couldn't help laughing. All right. To refrain from, we couldn't help laughing.
Yeah.
But I'm like, me minding my business and keeping my business is helping me refrain from you know. So I'm helping you because you know that's the way it gets. I think more people are interpreting it like that than something simple as just not laughing. You know, something basic. Then we have C, to keep from occurring, to prevent. D, to restrain oneself from doing something. 5, to serve oneself or others with food or drink, especially at a meal. Like that. To take something for oneself without permission. Just help. I'm gonna help myself do it. I'm gonna help myself do it. All right. So then we have help as a noun. If y'all just joining us, y'all, we smoking on the word help tonight, and we are going over the definitions of the word help. Go ahead and smash that like button. We appreciate y'all, and share the video. Help as a noun. The act or an instance of doing or supplying something to make it easier for another to complete a task, deal with a problem, etc. Aid, assistance. That's help. 2, a source of aid. A source of aid. That's help. Probably a horrible example I'm about to use, but I mean, we have seen this, so everybody should be desensitized enough. But a lot of times in different countries, you see USA just dropped out of planes, you know, and that is what? Determined as help, especially in conflict zones. You know, the 130s, or you just ride through and just drop it out, little parachute on it. What? That's helping some people eat.
That's helping some people eat.
Something as money or advice given to someone who needs it. Help. Something as money or advice given to someone who needs it. I wonder is that whether they think they need it or if they know they need it or not. But right here, obviously it says who needs it because they didn't have it before. And eventually they probably will. Remedy. Relief. Remedy. Relief. Help. See, a lot of times because people don't understand words, they don't know how you using the word, the context that you using the word in. They don't understand the thank you or the apologies, the words that's being used, because they don't desire to. They want to be negative. And then we have plural, usually help, the employee. And then we have it here, often offensive, a domestic worker. Usually use plural, but singular or plural in construction. So that's when you're referring to them like, oh, that's just the help. Is that what they doing with that? That's just to help. And I guess if they were saying often offensive, then I don't see how if everybody was the same ethnicity that this could become offensive. So it has to have some racial connotation that is embedded within this, under this employee narrative. Guess that's why in professional settings, people don't like to be referred to as the help. But wasn't that a big movie that
Yeah, like something with a pie, something like that.
That was a big movie, right?
Yeah.
I
want to say like who was in that movie? Like not Loretta Devine or something like that. It's a lot of big names.
It was a lot of black women though. It was a lot of sisters in that movie called The Help.
Yeah.
And they made sure that shit made millions of dollars. And it was often offensive. Is that what we got at the well? If you look at hip hop, I guess. Okay. Help. We smoking on the word help tonight. All right. So let's see how help is given to us in the thesaurus in the form of synonyms. So we get help as in to assist, as in to alleviate, as in to prevent, be preventative. This could happen. You don't want to be caught in the cold when this happens. Here, let me help you out. As in to benefit. This will benefit you. As in to improve. This will improve your chances of keeping your shit together. As in to assist. I passed you the rock. You scored. As in to benefit and as in to staff. And let's get into as in to assist. To provide someone with what is useful or necessary to achieve an end. That's to assist. Assist, aid, support, reinforce, encourage, save, facilitate, to back. I'm gonna back your deal. All right, I got your back. All right, how else we here to back? I got your back, homie.
Yeah.
I got your back, bruh. How else we here to back to help? You know what? I'm a back the deal. I'm a back it. You know, we're gonna promote it. Promote what you got going on too, family. Oh, that's a bet. Bolster, guide, bear a hand, prop, forward, endorse, serve, backstop, comfort, further, rescue, foster, benefit, sponsor, attend, advise, to stand one in good stead or steed. Sustain, launch, ease, patronize, 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 advance.
That's literally going to the shop.
You got to be there, right?
Yep.
Advance, succor, minister to, champion, mentor, boost, nurture, care for, counsel, buttress, oblige, profit, bailout. Bailout too. Bailed your ass out. I think that's the one that people get stuck on, a negative one of for help. You know, remember when you was talking about earlier when people do things to help people and they don't do it from a genuine space of just really wanting to help, not looking for anything in return. Then they take on this. Then they take on this right here, this word in anger. I bailed your ass out, and this the thanks I get.
I should have left you in there.
If I would have never told you, then you would have what you calling blah, blah, blah. So now you help somebody that you wishing bad on. Like,
to me, that's a person that
it's corny, man.
That you never wanted to help in the first place.
You never even cared
right?
about the people.
And in reality, I'm saying that you shouldn't have helped them in the first place because you thinking negative thoughts, right? Like like this is a bad situation. Hey, like come on.
Definitely is. You know. But then on the flip side, the other people be like, I ain't asked for you to bail me out. I ain't asked for your help.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but you would have rather not got it. You know, which one are we doing? Which one are we doing?
Lying. That's what they doing. They lying.
but you would have rather not got. You would have rather not had it though, right? so you could be equipped when you came across what did it say? Well, we got embolden, hearten, deliver, and favor, right? So
Yeah.
so when you got to your end or whatever, you couldn't achieve your end. The help wasn't useful or necessary to help you achieve an end. You know, it's fucking crazy.
I think that's part of the problem right there, God. Like you saying, like see how it says that where help is to achieve an end.
Yes.
Oftentimes, I find that people they parse what they need from you. They try to manage their help and they manage their resources almost like they micromanage so much so they don't necessarily tell you what they're trying to accomplish. So you don't so the helper doesn't necessarily know what the end is for real. They get told an end, but that end that they're told isn't necessarily the end. So when they actually give it to them, the helpee still needs help because they got this far, and now they still need to get all the way over here. Like they never say everything. All right,
Yeah,
that's what I
because
find.
they want you to either offer it to them to take the responsibility of the whole problem. You know what I'm saying? Now you gotta become a mind reader. Okay, well you had this problem and I helped you with it. So what about this problem and this problem? Are you having those problems too? Do you want me to help you with those problems too? Right? So they want that shit.
Because that whole achiever end right there, like
Nah,
yeah,
it's situational. It's a case by case.
soup.
You know, like
You know what I mean?
like I think the only people who have privilege to a non case by case is a child parent relationship, maybe. You know, and that depends on the parent and their their own personal mindset.
Correct.
So, but I'm like, as far as entitled to that, no, hell no. Like that sounds crazy. That sounds crazy, man. So we got alleviate, to make more bearable or less severe. Alleviate, relieve, soothe, ease, mitigate, soften, improve. Allay, heal, assuage, cure, enhance, mollify, palliate, remedy, lighten, temper, better, fix, moderate, correct, rectify, repair, amend, abate, perfect, refine, enrich, ameliorate, reform, mend, emend, and ameliorate. Then we have to, as in to prevent, to keep from happening by taking action in advance. These the things we talk about. You know, I talk about this stuff because like these the key things that people missing about help. You know what I'm
and,
saying, God?
and
Like
these,
the
yeah,
assist and the prevent. You know, we ain't get to the rest of them yet, but like, okay, alleviate, that might be a little bit more too in depth. For folks,
yeah,
I get it. I know what more bearable, less severe is. You know,
yeah.
but when we talk about dealing with a world where everybody in a culture where everybody got meanings to something, well, here's prevent and help.
Yo, and I think this one right here, without even reading it for real, just looking at the sentence, and I think this is where tone is becomes the definition or the defining attribute of how you're saying something or how people are receiving something, right? They can misconstrue your help because of the tone of your voice, right? I think that's why we get stuck on this one right here, right? They don't want you to actually prevent them from making a mistake. Let me be wrong.
That's possible. That's possible. But I've had experience where you could say to somebody, I had a literal conversation with a person before God where I'm saying, I'm my tone is low. I'm checking my tone. No, I'm not on no bullshit. I'm just want to know, is it some bullshit going on? Because, and I ain't on that. I want to know how we can fix that. Like if it's that, because this is what is going on. If this ain't what's going on, then let me know that that's not what's going on. And then they still act like I'm speaking Chinese.
Yeah, because they still hearing it the same way. It doesn't
you
matter.
know,
It doesn't matter how you're saying it.
and then
They
and
hear
then they and
they
then
hear it
they
that way.
escalate the shit for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want to pay attention to to what is actually being communicated.
Yeah.
So that leads me to believe for those people who are like that, like they always, that's how they respond in all situations. It ain't me,
No, not at all.
you know,
100% them.
like it ain't me at all, because the only way that that could be me is if I continually have those type of interactions with people. I don't continually have those interactions with people, you know? So that's one of them things where I'm like, I get what you're saying. People do that.
It's crazy.
People do that. They misinterpret things. But to your point though, I'm saying I'm doing a compare and contrast where like sometimes you can be in proper tone, you can even communicate it in a way that it shouldn't be misinterpreted. you know, where it's like where if somebody asks you, so is you saying so and so? No, I'm not
No,
saying that. This is
at
what I'm
all.
saying right here.
That's what I'm saying right
Okay,
here.
so
Saying
I understand
word.
what you just said. So let me fix my words. Let me get my words together so I can give it to you based on the way you just internalized it and said to me back what you said. So let me go ahead and tell you where I'm at with it. Okay. So now I do that. I communicate to you, no, this is not, I'm not on that. This is what I'm on. But then that person still want to take it there, So it's like, to me, that in situations like that, God, I'd just be like, so were you looking for an opportunity to try to spaz on? You know what I'm saying? So were you looking for an opportunity to just be rude? And then why would you think that to develop just a relationship, even if that's somebody that you've been knowing for a while, why would you think that they're like that's cool, that our relationship gonna be cool? That's like if I can't even talk to you, you know what I'm saying? Then like, fuck, I need a relationship with you for.
Or one like that.
I mean, but we can't solve anything. You know what I'm saying? Like if some concerning issues come up where it's things that are really that require maturity and responsibility, then you have to be able to do what? To help, to provide someone with useful or necessary things to achieve an end.
Yeah.
So you have to be able to assist. Like I might have the ball right now, but then I can pass it back to you and you can score. Then you can pass it back to me and I can score.
We do that enough, we win the game.
Or at least we keep scoring. You know?
Sound like a win to me.
Yeah, I mean, the game might not have no buzzer, you know. it might not have no buzzer, but I'm with you, guys. We in the game though. And we are winning because we still in the game.
hmm
But it's like I don't know, man. I think people did chaos. I do. I think people did chaos. And I think some people just don't want to be helped because, you know, they just don't want to be helped.
I think they don't want to be helped because now they got to be accountable for having received the help. Right?
Do
Because
you though? Like not every time.
what you mean, God? Like if you need a sandwich because you hungry and somebody give you food and you don't eat it, like that's crazy. Like people,
I get
I think
that.
I
I
think
get
people are
that.
I think people are scared of actually succeeding for real, God. Like
Okay.
because of the responsibility or the spotlight that because we got so many haters, you got so many people that are at least we think we got so many people watching us and and waiting for our downfall that I think a lot of us are just running from that light and running from that responsibility of being the one savior in their own life. I think that's why in religion, that's why I think religion is so easy to take over people because you can give somebody else the accountability, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's easier than relying on yourself making good choices all the time. God making good choices is tough. Like
Oh no. It ain't so tough.
it's easy, but
When you think about who is it going to, and we're gonna get to the next one, benefit first.
I know, right?
you know, I mean, if it happens to be a we benefit thing, then yeah, of course, it's you know, all parties win.
All parties win.
All parties win. All parties win. But I was saying off the example you use, God, with a sandwich, if somebody go eat, like they don't have to say thank you.
Nah, they don't have to say thank you.
You know, they don't have to say thank you, and that's what I'm talking about. Like people just, you know, feeling as though like the help is just there, like they being unappreciative of shit.
Now, uh, now if they do got to eat the sandwich though. Like they can't be on some old ill. I don't like this. I don't like that. That's crazy.
You know, yeah, like, and that to me is where I'm saying, like, when people do that, it's just like, wow, like, everyone is not going to be appreciative of being helped, you know. So you can't go out your way to be like, all right, I'm gonna keep helping this person, I'm gonna keep helping these people, I'm gonna keep helping this individual, whoever it is, I'm gonna keep helping aid in this situation or whatever it is. And it's like there's no appreciation.
Are you helping if there's no appreciation, or are you enabling?
Well, we're gonna get to that once we get through this thesaurus.
Hmm.
However, um, it is possible to do both. So we're gonna get to it. So we have, as in prevent, help as in to prevent, to keep from happening by taking action in advance. Prevent, avert, preclude, avoid, provide, obviate, forestall, head off, escape, anticipate, save, stave off, deter, hinder, evade, thwart, neutralize, shake, impede, nullify, frustrate, stop, hamper, elude, deflect, interfere with, negate, forbid, retard, balk, prohibit, offset, counterattack, shun, eschew, check, compensate for, make up for, ward off, circumvent, fend off, inhibit, stall, block, counterbalance, baffle, foil, halt, dodge, arrest, bar, checkmate, skirt, shirk, duck. And then we have it as help as in to benefit, to provide with something useful or desirable. There it is again. I'm seeing assist, prevent, benefit, avail, assist, serve, even serve. I serve my community by so and so and so and so, you know, shit I don't have to do. Advantage, profit, aid, improve, succeed, improve, to improve the quality of it. Succeed, please, work for, have to work for it. You know, there's things that has to be done in order for it to be what? Better. Satisfied. Bless. Blessings. Everything is blessed. Bless up. Content, delight, gratify. And gladden. It isn't sadden, it's gladden. All right. Then we have as in to improve, to make better, to make better. All right. Improve, enhance, better, refine, perfect, enrich, ameliorate, amend, remedy, remediate, upgrade, reinforce, strengthen, rectify, ameliorate, correct, intensify, rehabilitate, revise, reform, boost, edit, fine-tune, refurbish, fortify, rework, revamp, fine, hone, amend, polish, rehab, beef up, redraft, touch up, retouch, improve. All that's helping. Then the noun form gives it an act or instance of helping. Simple. An act or instance of helping. The noun refers to the verb.
I was about to say, hold on now.
The noun refers back to the verb. All right. Assist, assistance, support, boost, aid, lift, encouragement, advice, hand, backing, helping hand. Can I borrow a bar of sugar? Can I borrow a cup of sugar? Can I borrow a cup of rice? Helping hand. Let me know helping hand. You got a couple of potatoes? Guidance, service, leg up, kindness, abatement, promotion, facilitation, attention, advancement, furtherance, forwarding, sponsorship, care, counsel, mentoring, patronage, nurturance, attendance, furthering, relief, favor, succor, benefaction, beneficence, charity, hand-holding, philanthropy, assagement, palliation, or is it palliation?
I think it's palliation.
Okay. Then we have benefit. It's given it to us these noun forms. A thing that helps. Did it help you?
A thing that helps. Damn.
A thing that helps. Did it help you?
Damn.
Okay. Well, it was beneficial. So why you acting like, you know what I'm saying? So why you like, so now, why do all these other little things have to come into play on the fact that the help was beneficial? Oh, you helped me get here, but you ain't helped me get here. Remember these things, God?
Whoa. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
We don't need your fucking help. We don't need this help. We don't need no help, blah, blah, blah. But the examples show of things that help, that were beneficial. No appreciation.
That's crazy.
A benefit, an advantage, an asset, aid, boom, support, resource, a lift, a blessing. Sometimes it's a blessing to have people in your life that help you with things that if you would have got there or you would have had to do it by yourself, it would have been more difficult. Or if it would have popped up on you and you hadn't known, then it would have been, what is the antonym? A hindrance, a disadvantage, a drawback, a minus. I took a minus. Now the hard times are behind us. Turned it to a plus. Still be stuck living blinded. Resource, lift, blessing, Rest in peace to Tupac. Sustenance, pick me up, hand, recourse, refuge, godsend.
Godsend, sir.
Godsend, a thing that helps. You know, it's like a resort. What'd you do at the resort? You feel like you winning at the resort, don't you?
Because you recovering, you relaxing, you got relief, right? At the resort.
At the resort. You kicking back, feet up, you like you got your
bad,
pinky and shit out. You like,
you got bad aid at the resort.
You like, where is the bartender at? Like, damn.
There's a whole lot of pick-me-ups at the resort.
You feel me? Come on, God. You know, you got your toes in the sand. You waiting on
Oh man,
you not at the buffet. We at the dinner party.
Oh man, yeah, son. They bugging.
Yeah. And the windfall. Then we go to staff. A body of persons at work or available for work. Help. One thing, staff, pool, labor force, employee, company, the squad, gang, blood, man, power, personnel, force, support, helper, band.
Polariat.
Polariat.
Yeah, polariat, I think.
Outfit, workforce, crew, worker, team, labor, party, rank and file, and a hireling.
Proletariat. That's that word.
Proletariat.
I had to work that out.
We got it. We got it for everybody. Proletariat. Thank the God Ali Dawudel at BK Sovan right now by smashing that like button. All right. And this right here was something that affected me personally. Where I'm located, we don't have staff, manpower, a workforce, some support, some helpers, some proletariats, some proletariats, some labor, you know, some rank and file, some hireling. You know, they do be a rough looking outfit, you know, but going on at the Home Depots, man, you know, and they have been labeled gang, squad,
Yeah.
You know, so you know, they need to cool out, man. Them guys just really trying to feed their families, them Home Depot and stuff like that. That's crazy. And that's good help.
Facts.
So we have been and are smoking on the word help, y'all. And that's the definition of the word help. We have to give assistance or support to someone, to provide someone with something that is useful or necessary in achieving their end. We have to make more pleasant or bearable, to improve, relieve, rescue, save, to be of use to, as a benefit, to advance, develop, encourage, promote, to change for the better, to refrain from, avoid, to keep from occurring, to prevent, to restrain oneself from doing something, to serve oneself or others with food or drink at a meal, especially at a meal, to take for oneself without permission, all right, to give assistance or support, to be use, to be of use or benefit, all right, a source of aid, the act or instance of doing, supplying something to make it easier for another to complete a task or deal with the problem, right? That's aid and assistance. And then we have something as money or advice given to someone who needs it. Money or advice, a remedy, a relief. And then we have an employee and then domestic worker, usually offensive, referring to somebody as the help. It's absolutely offensive. So that brings us to our next question of the evening. What does healthy help look like versus help that is enabling? Let us know in the comment section, y'all, what y'all think healthy help looks like versus help that is enabling. What'd you say, God?
So because my circle is small, right? There's only a select few of people that I would actually reach out and ask for help. I would say that the help would just have to be helpful, right? Like it can't have nothing negative, right? Like it would have to be something. I don't know, God. Like we can't like so we can't like it needs to be transparency. Like what I was saying before about um being able to achieve an end, right? The only way to accomplish that is if we're transparent, and you can't tell everybody your stuff, right? But you got to have a core group that you can be free enough to express yourself and receive positive feedback or criticism to help you shape your requirement better, right? It might not even be to even help. It might not even be to change your mind, but it might be able to help you shape what it is that you need better so that you can actually achieve an end, right? Um, and you can only get that by being transparent. You can only be transparent for real if you trust the people that you are around, and you trust them not to hurt you or to use this as a what do you call it, fuel or whatever. Um, if you one of those cats that like to tell everybody at the bar your problems and think that help can come from anywhere, and any loser that got a voice box got a good suggestion, then you're liable to like you're not going to be like that's enabling, right? Because you're going to get a bunch of things that you're going to only use the things that feel good to you because you got too much input from people that you don't necessarily value too much. When you have people that you value, right? Like their input and their critique is all valuable because it's not harmful, and you guys could process their input and critique in real time together. You ain't got to think about what they're talking about. You ain't got to think about it, whatever, right? Um, those people are trying to help. Everybody at the bar that's just throwing out ideas that ain't taking in consideration none of the stuff that you got going on, right? Your circumstance or like how you even ended up here. They just hear your problem and just what you need to do is you need to go talk to my man Jim, because my man Jim, he does that, and he got that exact same problem, and like you don't know that, right? Like so it just makes it sound like you're getting good advice. It sound like you're getting good counsel. It even looks like you're asking for help, right? But you're not asking the right people, and when you're not asking the right people, I think that ends up ultimately just enabling you not doing nothing.
Mm-mm. I get that. I get that. Um, man. So it's crazy, God, because I've done it like so many different ways,
Mm-hmm.
you know, in my own. I've had that experience in my life like so many different ways. So me looking at myself like, damn, like I'm helping, but I'm also enabling. And then it goes to a couple of things you said earlier, like the people will keep asking, but we have to realize that we the ones who keep giving, you know. So at some point in time, you have to learn to say no, because when it begins to turn into a entitlement or a over consistency of um either a few things. I'm cool with you taking losses. Okay. It could be a consistency of I'm cool with you taking losses with a person. It just keep on asking you for stuff and they don't care because they looking at it like you got it.
Yep.
So they looking at it like, well, if I get it from you and I just go, mess it up and I fumble or whatever, then because of whatever personal relationship that you have with me, you're gonna just keep on allowing me to fumble, you know? Even though you might start trying to share some things and like how to not fumble it, that person still ain't listening to that. That person still just gonna go fumble because they don't have no respect for it because you did the work to get it. You just keep giving it to them. So now they just, they become okay with the giver taking losses all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one thing that I've seen experience in my compassion, consideration for others in certain situations, and not realizing soon enough, becoming comfortable with that, becoming comfortable with that behavior, not looking at it in that lens, looking at it from the lens of, well, I support everything they do. I just want to see them win. I just want to help them. And looking at myself like that, well, I can lose it because when I give, I give. I don't give looking for anything in return. I'm not a well, I did a nice deed, the Lord gonna bless me. Because I think if I do something fucked up, the Lord gonna punish me for that too. So I ain't looking at it where I need to receive anything from it, whether it's a blessing from the universe, God, whatever, whoever you pray to, or whether the person is going to return it because it was genuine. I want to see you win. I want to see you be able to maintain your shit. You look like you want to be a champion. And sometimes champions don't have all the information.
And that's a fact that only champions seem to to know, right? Because they're taking the time to learn.
And taking the time to learn. So I share the game, I don't sell it. We on YouTube for free right now. So the knowledge is for everybody to go. It's free. It's free. We just ask if your pocket's tight, something you can do free is just smash the like, and we love you for it. I promise you.
At least lift a finger for us.
At least lift a finger. At least don't be one of them. I wouldn't even lift a finger to help you ass niggas.
At least lift a finger for the guy.
Or be one of them. And I still want to see you win. It don't matter, man, because you ain't gonna stop my grin.
Yo, what you said that I did forget about, God. Entitlement. That entitlement word is powerful because that also will put the giver, that will make them into one of those people at the bar, right? Because
exactly,
you know what I'm saying, like they don't value, they could just keep coming here and keep saying whatever, and somebody's just gonna keep throwing out information, and they just better take what they want, go out there, do whatever they're gonna do, come back, throw, and and you become an enabler for real, right? You just become
You
this.
do. Because you
Yeah,
never look at it from the lens of like, they
nah,
okay with me just taking losses. You're not looking at it like that because you're so busy wanting to see them win. You
because
literally just giving, and you like, you don't realize they really got a straw in you,
they
you
they take
know,
they taking advantage of your words.
and but well, really just the actions. They
Yeah.
don't even want they don't want the words.
No, I'm talking about your words of I'm a giver, I don't give for no, like they taking advantage of.
Ah, yeah, yeah. Cause he ain't looking for no blessings or nothing in return. Cause he go get his own blessings. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what
He
I'm saying.
bake his own blessings.
Yeah, they
You
taking
know,
advantage of your
and they
words.
don't know how to bake their own blessings. I don't. But I'm like, I can share the recipe. You
Yeah,
know,
but that means that they gotta wash their hands, and then they gotta get their hands in the flour, and
yeah,
they gotta need. They
yeah,
don't want all that.
yeah.
They want the dough already kneaded, already broke up,
They want the
already.
bag, the bag of bread. All they got to do is twist the little thing off, pull a little slice out.
They want the oven
They
preheated
want it
already.
ready to eat. They want it ready to eat.
But they want it made by their hands, so that they can say that
I'm
they
telling
cook.
you, guys, the garlic bread got butter on it now already. The garlic bread come with butter on it now. If you buy that version,
You
you
know what
know
I'm saying? Yeah, God.
they ain't waiting to butter the bread no more.
They don't even want to butter the bread no more.
Yeah, it's crazy. So definitely, I think helping can become, um, enabling. It does look, you know, it does look healthy, but then let's say, okay, so that right there was a help that looked enabling, right? So
Yeah.
then let's say what looks healthy. What does healthy look like? Okay. Um, Healthy looks like to me is everybody winning. When when the person helps, they genuinely helping. They're helping genuinely. The other person receives, whoever is receiving, the entity, whatever it is receiving the help,
Mhm.
it is able to get its thing accomplished. It is able to accomplish its goal.
Yeah.
And that's what the healthy thing look like. That's it. Nothing more
That's
to it.
it. It's super simple.
That's it. So moving on to our third question tonight. How can we tell when an offer to help has strings attached or is genuine? Let us know in the chat, y'all. Feel free to exchange your insights. And don't forget to smash that like. We are on question 3 now. How can we tell when an offer to help has strings attached or is genuine? The God Ali Dawood at BK Soul Farm.
So I'm gonna say two things, right? They might sound contradictory. Um, the first thing is, I don't like people offering to help me. Um, I genuinely find that to be insulting.
Okay.
Um, but
Not an insult though, God.
let me finish.
You need some help with that? You need some help with that?
Uh,
That's crazy. I
because
dare you.
and I say that because oftentimes, um, I be needing my alone time, and the thing I might be doing, I might be needing to do that by myself, and people constantly offering to help me, um, takes
Creates anxiety. I feel that.
takes away what I'm trying to accomplish.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that, God.
That's
I
why I
get
say
that.
that's why I say personally, right? But at the same time, right? How I know if their help is genuine when they offer is when they show up to actually do something,
Ah,
right? So I never reject any active help.
right.
I always welcome, even when I don't ask for it, right? If I'm in the yard doing something or whatever, and somebody show up talking about like, yo, what we doing? This what we doing? Doing this, right? But if somebody on some more, yo, so you let me know if you need any help around the farm, God. Like you just let me know, if you need any help. Yeah, I know you out there by yourself, God, but just let me know if you need any help. I come out there, God. Just let me know, God. Just let me know, God. And I'm saying, I'm good.
Cause the
Right?
call ain't like I'm about to pull up today. I'll be there
I'll
around
be
just
there. I'll be there tomorrow.
so if you got a project that you need some hands, my hands gonna be there, okay? So look, I'm be there till this time, and then you ain't got these hands no more.
Facts. And like, what's wrong
Yeah.
with that? Like, that's so honest. That's why I say transparency is important. Um, transparency is important, right? Like, I'm coming to help. What you need? Oh, you don't need nothing? All right, I'm just coming to chill.
Right.
I'm in your way. All right, I'll see you later. Right. But that's me, right? Like I don't like people offering. Like I like to ask because and I don't like to offer mostly in fear of somebody taking advantage of my genuineness and treating me like somebody at the bar. Right.
Mm.
So I like for people to ask me for their help, and when they ask me for their help, know what they need from me, and and be willing to have a conversation about my abilities, right? And not take it personal if I can or cannot help,
No doubt.
right? But for me, um, if you want to be genuine, show the hell up.
So just show up, right?
Show up.
That's the first step. You gotta be there.
You kind of got to be there.
You gotta be there. Okay, so y'all, we are on our third question. How can we tell if an offer has strings attached or is genuine? Man, this is crazy because um, I've had people call and what you got going on? Well, each and every Sunday, I'm on Cigar Sundays Live at 8 p.m. with the God Ali Dawudel at BK Soul Farm. That's one of the things I have going on. But, clearly these are these I wouldn't lift a finger to help you ass type of folks, looking ass. So in that scenario, person asks you what you got going on and they say, I want to help you. Okay. So it's like, all right, well, my first thing is what would you like to do? Because you want to give the person the opportunity to help you in the way that they would like to, they're offering. So in that case, how the conversation went, was I want to do this, this, and this, and this. And I'm like, oh, sweet. I didn't know that you knew how to do that, and that. All right. But I'm already like I'm well in that category. And I need to continue doing that to continue my improvement in that space, in that area. So if you got some stuff you want to share with me, some tips, I'm cool with the tips that you want to give, but I need to actually do that work on a consistent basis because it's something that I need to remain proficient at. All right.
Here come the strings.
So then it's like, but if you would like to help me in this way, since you know how to do that, this is something easier. But it's related to that. It's still related to the same thing you know how to do. But it's something a little less intense. All right. I respond with that. Well, if you're going to let me do that, then you might as well go ahead and let me do that. And I'm like, nah.
I kind of just need you to do this, though.
I just need you to do this, though. Like,
I kind of
you
just
know, then I'm just like, okay, you bullshitting, right? So I cut to the chase because I smell it as soon as it drops. Okay.
That's because you're a Pisces.
It's just because I used to do it, God. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like
because you're a Pisces.
I used to be on fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? I used
Facts.
to really be on fuck shit. So I'm
Facts.
like, so I know. So as soon as I smell it, I'm just like, oh, here we go. You know, like you know. So I asked the person I'm having a conversation with. I say, well, look, okay, didn't you just call me and say that you wanted to help me? So you were offering to help me, right? Like, I just want to clear something. Well, what that got to do about what you just was asking me to do? Hold up 1 second. I just want to reset for a second.
Yo, God, this is why I don't like nobody offering help.
You feel me, God?
I
You
don't
know
like
what I'm
this.
saying?
This is too much pressure.
I'm like, come on. I'm like, what? Why? Why? You know, like, did you just call me to waste my time? Did you just call me to waste my time? You know, because you said that you wanted to help me, and I'm saying, I don't need you to help me like that. With that skill that you possess, this is something lesser. It won't even consume more of your time. And you'll be able to help. Like, you called me and said you wanted to help. So you will still be accomplishing your goal of wanting to help me, right? But did you really want to help? No, you ain't really want to help. Because when nothing gets done after that, but I go back to what the thing I was doing, you know, and you go back to whatever the thing you was doing, okay? Then what was the point? Just wanting to waste my time, you know? And it's like, if you would just wanted to call me and be like, I love you, I miss you, I want to talk to you, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever type of shit you was on. And I'm talking about, this could have been homeboy, homegirl, friend, family, loved one, because ain't nobody calling my phone who I don't rock with like that. You know what I'm saying? So if you just wanted to call me just to, you know, shoot the shit, then I might have just shot the shit with you.
You could have said that, and I could have whistled while I worked.
Yeah. You know, I could have found something to do with put the phone on speakerphone and talk shit while I'm working to your head. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you want to actually get me excited about, okay, you know, the possibility of having some real help, you know, of where I'm like, okay, I'm looking at where we can level up with this. I can level up with, you know.
Exactly.
And you calling me saying you want to help. So I'm thinking that it's genuine, that you really want to input your time and energy into, so we can have something going on. Right. So.
And that's why, like what you said about telling people, you know, asking them how, you know, how do they want to help you or whatever. That's why I'm a little different at, right? Because to me, like, to me, this is all consideration, because it's like, you, the helpee, the person that needs the help, they know what they need, right? And I feel like we should be trying to address those needs first before we address, well, I got some other tools in the toolbox that may also assist you.
Yeah.
Right. Like, I feel like we need to stay focused, and that's why I say the transparency is important, because you know what they would need, and you can actually give them that and give them extra. But when people just want to put down and do it my way or the highway, or I'm gonna help you the way that I'm gonna help you. Like, I don't need that kind of help though. I need,
I'm gonna help you the
I
way
need,
that I'm gonna help you.
I need this kind of help. I need this kind of help.
I'm gonna help you the way that I'm gonna help you. Like,
Like, I don't need that.
like, okay, I'm cool. Like, I'm just like, like, that's all right.
That's all
And I
right.
mean, and even with me, even examining for a second, I was just like, okay, now is that something that I could, possibly say, okay, well, since they do have the skill set to do this, should I think about, since that's what they offering to do, for them to do that? But I'm like, but then what it's going to do is I'm not going to be as sharp as I need to be in my practice.
Because you're throwing yourself off. Like here it is. You had a whole plan that you've been actually executing, and now you got now somebody throwing in a curveball that you're just trying to fit in, right? And it's like, yo, but like now you skipping off beat, trying to catch your rhythm and trying to catch the cadence, and it's like that's not cool. It's like you just threw my
Yeah.
whole cadence off just to laugh at me.
Just to funk with you. Just to funk with you. And you know what I'm saying? And you a whole funkin' waste of time.
You
A
know what I'm
whole
saying?
funky
Like,
ass waste of time.
now I'm over
You
here trying
know?
to skip to get back in step, man. That shit is corny, bro. Like,
Yeah. So definitely, that offer to me had strings attached, and it didn't seem that it was very genuine at all based on the outcome.
but besides that though, I don't know if there's really a way to know if somebody's being genuine or if it has strings attached or not.
I think it's a way to know if the goal gets accomplished.
Yeah,
If
yeah. I'm talking about
the health
beforehand though. I don't know.
beforehand, yeah, it's a way to know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Paying attention to what they saying. Cause during that conversation, if I wouldn't have watched the switch up when it went from, nah, I don't need you to do that. Even though that's cool, I know you do that. So once I get cool enough, comfortable enough, and I even said it, I said, once I get comfortable enough in doing that, right?
Yeah.
Then but I'm also wise enough to say we have never worked together, right?
Yeah.
This particular person. So I definitely don't want to give them this big of a load. And this is something that's essential to this whole progression. All right. So let me give them something that is relative to it. But if they do not execute, then it's not like something that I'll be like upset about. See, it's tasking with a small responsibility first to make sure that they can do that they'll keep their end. I gotta see you wanting to help me.
I gotta see you wanting to help me.
You know what I'm saying? I got to see you wanting to help me.
Cause I really,
like real shit.
I'm really trying to do stuff, and we really can't go nowhere if we just spinning around in circles talking about, oh, we're doing stuff. No, yes, we're moving, but we're not moving forward. Right? Those are two different things.
For
right?
real,
I need to see you. I need you to prove.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like I didn't use those words.
Yeah, I know, but
that's what I'm saying. Some people get offended by it. I don't need to prove myself to that. You know how that goes, right? But in every working force, there absolutely is a proving yourself period. It's nowhere, it's showing up on, even if it's just showing up on time, you still proving to that employer that you deserve to be there.
Even 10 years of sense of proving.
Come on, family. So like, people just be offended by word, but everybody's so word sensitive out here.
That's what I'm saying. Go back to that the tone that they hear, right?
That's all I'm saying. They don't even know when they're using foul words. They say you word sensitive, but it's like you using words that don't even need to be in the conversation. You know what I'm saying? We trying to have a peaceful conversation. You trying to turn up. It's like don't make sense. Who we got in the building? We got Lamb PS. Shout out to Lamb PS. Peace, power, and profit. We say pay attention to the conversation. That's right. Dang, you took the words. Yeah, we talking about it. We on it. They switched up on the true intention, then try to clean it up quickly and contradict themselves. That's what they do.
Because they be lying.
Because they are liars. Your lying ass. You know, I don't let them know I see their true intent. I know sometimes you got that left hand, right hand type stuff going on. I have difficulty with because I call your bluff. I call your bluff soon as I see it. Soon as I see it, before you even can see it. Sometimes I can see that shit manifesting.
I mentally check out. I might not call your bluff, but I mentally like, yeah, I ain't talking to you no more.
Yeah, I mean, I do that. That stops with the talking too. But I have eyes and ears though. You know what I'm saying? So just because I don't say nothing don't mean my eyes and ears don't work. You know, now my eyes don't work like they used to back in the day. My ears don't work like they used to back in the day. But guess what? They work. You know what I'm saying? So we got enhancements.
Oh, Land, that's Dr. Mo. Land PS.
Yeah, Dr. Mo. Shout out Dr. Mo. Once you show they can manipulate and hide agendas, they start moving genuinely. Not all people. Not all people. Some people, what they say is you can't say they say the zebra don't change their stripes.
Yeah.
You know, but then we have to ask, are the stripes white or are the stripes black? Yeah.
Right.
You know, so I don't know. It's tough. It's tough. I think that's why I think we gotta do like we said, we listen to that conversation.
Yeah.
You know, you pay attention to that conversation. That's the key thing. Because that is the way all things get resolved, through conversation.
Which is why consideration is so important, because if you're not paying attention in that conversation, like you'll miss all the red flags and you just replace them with hope, right? You just have so much hope blinding you, and it's like, yeah, but I'm a good person. No, I'm helping. I'm a helper. This is gonna get me into heaven. And it's like, yeah, but
you hope
you'll be living in hell today, right?
You hope.
You hope, right? Like, meanwhile, you just enabling this person to keep not being their best.
That's all right. That's all. It's sad, but it's real out here. And listening to the conversation, that's the difference between trying to get every little word out to say nothing versus listening to what's actually being communicated, so you can have clear communication and you can actually get to a resolve or a solution or a goal, you know, or get help if you need, you know. And that's what so many people don't understand. But we let life will kick their ass. I won't. Dang, I used to do that. Red flags was slapping me all over. Then I got tired of being an enabler. Yeah. It happens to all of us, man. You gotta, I don't think people who have stuff, who have things that people like envy and shit, because we got envy and jealousy out here on this planet, and because there is a lack of even the knowledge of what it takes to obtain things, and then socially, culturally, everybody place this value on material shit.
Yeah.
And then everybody looks at things from the outside and they see it and it's glitter, sparkle, it must be this or it must be that, not having a real knowledge or desire to want to go and find out the real deal. But they just cool with looking at the glitter and being envious and shit. Cause it's like, damn, like you can go buy a glitter pack and sprinkle that shit on some shit too, and it'll sparkle. So I think that,
man, it come like everybody trying to keep up with the Kardashians without actually putting out a sex tape.
I mean, well, you need a little bit more than a sex tape to get up with them. But That might be your start.
That's what I'm saying, right? Like I
That
ain't know
might
who
be
they
your
were.
rollout.
I ain't
Okay.
know who they was until this, right? So it's like,
But since then they have they have evolved. They got like over 4 billion product sales,
yeah, they do
so
like makeup
like
or some shit like that, right?
everything, everything, but that's a lot of sales, that's a lot of revenue,
Damn.
you know for real. So they've been getting it. But um but definitely help sometimes does have strings attached, and it is often very difficult to interpret whether it's genuine. But if you focus on your communication, then I think that um, you got a shot at filtering a lot of it, filtering a lot of the fake help and the phony stuff that when people trying to manipulate or smile. We always smiling, but we promote that healthy, that joy, non-deceptive stuff. But people will be smiling in your face, trying to fake act like that they ain't, you know,
Hmm.
got glitter sprinkled on them, and on the inside, the core of them is that boo boo. So you gotta be careful out here, y'all. Pay
Right.
attention with your communication for real. So number 4, why do some people assume that asking for help makes them weak? Let us know what y'all think in the comment section. Why do some people assume that asking for help makes them weak? What you think, God?
Ultimately, I think it's from an American culture perspective. I think that's just that white man machoism crap that we were all taught. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps mentality. If you need help, then you must need welfare. If you getting welfare, then you're not a real adult, right? You're a minor in a sense. Um, I think that
I thought it was if you ain't getting welfare, you ain't a real ninja. I thought it was if you don't know nobody who getting no stamps, you ain't really from the
Yeah, for
hood.
right. Um, I think that's where it stems from. Uh, because it makes them feel inferior, right? Like if because the idea that you know the questioning, like why do you need help? What the idea that the person that wants to help you is gonna require you to answer questions first, and you being ashamed of your reality, right? You being ashamed of how you actually got to this point of needing help, and that's that whole inferiority, right? That's that again, lack of transparency, lack of consideration, right, and lack of honesty. If we're clear and we go to real people that we value, right? Those people that we value either A won't laugh at you or will find a way to laugh with you, right? They're not gonna berate you or make you feel less than, right? They're gonna help you. They're gonna help you get out your situation.
They're gonna help.
They're gonna help.
They're gonna help.
um, and not make you feel and genuinely could probably go out of their way to not make you feel weak, right? But because we live on social media and we live on um by way of MTV Cribs kind of thing where everybody's a bunch of looking ass motherfuckers, everybody just
Won't lift a finger to help you.
Don't lift a finger to help you.
Won't even smash the like button.
Won't even smash the like button.
Won't even lift a finger.
You got people that will slow down and rubberneck and watch a whole car flip over and catch on fire and see people yelling inside, screaming for help. Will slow down and take out their cell phones and get the whole thing on camera and prevent the first responders from responding first because they looking ass is there not responding. Right. So because that's a reality, right? Like people know that like you're gonna have a whole bunch of people that don't want to help, that just want to look and have something to talk about, right? You're just gonna be a conversation piece for their life. And I think people recognize that they surrounded by vultures and they don't like that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but again, that's their fault for allowing themselves to be encircled like that, right? And not being covered by grace, right? They went out there blind, thinking that everybody's their friend and everybody that is friendly is good for them, right? And I don't know, man. Like that's what I think. I think the first thing is the machoisms, and the second thing is we live in a society that is absolutely looking to laugh at you in your face and laugh at your tears. They want to see how much you can take, right? To then laugh at you to see how you take being laughed at, right? So it's just tough out here.
Yeah, God, that is some reasons. I definitely do agree with that whole that people trying to laugh at folks and then the whole daggone macho thing. Everybody want to be macho. Everybody got to be extra super tough, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it also seemed like some people only respect that. They only respect foolishness, you know. And I noticed that I'm starting to see that that there are people who are just that foolish. Like you can't just be kind and that be the relationship, right? They have to have a reason to fuck it up, to cause drama, you know. It's almost like so they can have something to work on, so they can, or even so they can have some more, so they can have more drama and perpetuate it, or they can feel as though that they need to have something to try to work back toward they destroy the situation, so now let me try to fix it, like that, like they don't got enough shit going on in their life already to that they could be improving on, you know what I mean? But they want to just cause, I guess they like drama,
They got to.
and then they don't even really be that tough though, like, you know what I'm saying? Like they not even a tough type of people. And I'm noticing that too. The people that like the drama and shit all the time, like they not even the tough people, because the tough people is just like, I don't really got time for that shit. Like the tough people really are just like, if it ain't life or death, like then we can solve this shit.
Facts.
So if it's the life or death aspect, then if you into it with a tough person, then you're probably already going to be dead. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if that ain't it, if everybody's still alive and breathing and well, it's like, then what is the tough thing for? But I think a lot of people are on that fake tough, because the music and shit and movies and everybody now with cameras and and the bully culture is so prevalent, and the talk loud culture, talk loud and do nothing, all that shit.
Clapping of the hands and shit.
And the laugh at you thing though, That's crazy because when I think about being helped and people feeling as though like they gonna that because you need help, somebody got to laugh at you, like that's horrible.
Ain't it?
Like that's horrible because everybody need help. Like even when I just sat up here and explained, like when a person called me, like we used it as a negative example because the person was not being genuine in their offer to help, right?
Mm-hmm.
But let's look at the other dynamic of me on the receiving end. I was in need of help, like I was like, yeah, I ain't had no shame on accepting the help. I just needed the person to just help me in the way that I knew would be beneficial to where we at right now, what would help us get to another level. Cause I'm there every day. If I'm there every day building it, then I know where I could be most effective at, where my hands can't go. I know where my hands at now, and I know I have to stop working over here to go work on that. You know what I mean? It's not something I can build simultaneously, like boop, boop, boop. Nah, I have to go over there and do that. So in that same case, it wasn't me feeling any type of way like, damn, I'm somebody gonna laugh at me because I need some help because he can't do everything. And it seems like the people with those type of intentions be coming in like, oh, you think you doing everything? Let me help waste your fucking time. you know, I got enough time in my life to waste. So let me try to waste some of yours. So that shit is crazy. Let's look at some of these comments real quick before we jump into this thing. Right now, y'all, we are answering the question, why do some people assume that asking for help makes them look weak? Okay. And one of our comments over here says, it's Dr. Mo. Dr. Mo said, I hear that a lot from men. Okay.
What you talking about?
Okay, we gonna let you live, Dr. Mo. But I'm gonna say this though. Then those are some good men. Okay. And I say this. The reason why I say it's some good men is because a man that is trying to make sure that he got everything going on, he don't want to ask for no help. And I say that to say this now. This keeping it a whole 100. I do think it make me look weak. I always say that if and this is my own ego or my own opinion, personality of myself, I ain't got no problem with it. When you hear me say I don't ask nobody for help, let's say like in the area of my finances, okay, and that's because the pride that I take in the strength of my education and my knowledge and my ability to manage my finances. So to that, if I was asking somebody for help financially, then Chef Earl Pearl at DBCHEFTV, I feel like he weak. Okay. I ain't saying for a business endeavor, asking somebody to partner up with me and we invest money and we do a business thing. Nah, because partnerships is what it's about. Ownership, partnerships.
Yeah.
But when if I take an aspect of it, I could take this from a personal perspective, For me, yeah, I want to call the guy Ali Dawud El when I know he got grandbabies on up in support of that. I asked that man for something, I'm taking food off his plate. That make me feel weak. I just use that as an example, just because the God right here, that make me feel weak. That make me feel like I can't afford myself, I can't feed myself. That I'm okay with this man taking from his children's mouths, his wife's mouth, his family mouth. Even though it may be cool with him because of the love he got for me, but it's what I do first. So I put the responsibility on me first. And that is that if I gotta be doing something like that, then I'm weak. That's how I look at myself in the mirror first. That's not saying that that we will reciprocate love however it need to go.
Nah, God, and that's what I'm saying, right? Like that's like you ain't saying nothing wrong, like or incorrect. Like that's all what you're saying is all facts, right?
Now, when she said as a whole, now I don't know about the other guys. I don't know about them other guys, but I can see where if a man is coming from it from that perspective, then they ain't no weak man. But that's a good man. That's a strong man. But he has things that make him feel weak too.
Yeah.
He human.
Yeah.
That's it. So it ain't, it ain't no macho shit. It's just saying like that'll make me feel weak. That'll make me feel weak if I can't afford myself, if I can't provide food, clothing, and shelter for myself first before I do it for anybody else.
Not for nothing, like everybody should feel weak because we talking about some bare necessities type stuff, right? And if you cannot sustain yourself, like you kind of need to be on life support. Like you literally saying, like you need life support. You can't breathe on your own. You need somebody else to chew your food. Like that's what it sounds like when you need financial help, you need help buying groceries, you need help paying your rent, right? Like that's what it sounds like. And everybody got to be able to take care of themselves. Like if you have to be able to keep a roof over your head, you have to be able to put food in your belly, you have to be able to put clothes on your back. Otherwise, like you're gonna be butt naked and afraid out here. Right. So, like, so I don't know if that's just a man thing. I think as a human, as an adult, like I think that's just bare necessities, right? Like,
I mean, it's a lot of all the women that's independent. I know it's different nowadays because we got all these different situations and relationships and
I don't know
situationships and
I don't know what's going on in these streets.
like it's wild. It's very casual and contractual and diddy stuff going on and all types of stuff. But at the same time, people do assume that asking them for help makes them weak. And taking it just off the men real quick, and putting it on a human level. People do that. People think that because they have to ask for help. Like when a person will say something like we don't need their help. When a person has helped you. Yeah. It's like you better pray you don't need their help.
Because that's a fact, God. Because I'm sitting here thinking like, right. So money is one thing, but people take it to the extreme for everything. And I'm like, nah, like if something requires two people to lift it and you by yourself, you're not weak for needing another person to help you lift this thing. Like this thing requires two people. No matter how many muscles you got, no matter how much protein you had today, this thing requires two people. Like God, you can't apply that to everything.
God, if you can't lift it, right? And you got something that will help me lift it. That don't make you weak for for me asking you, that don't make me weak for asking you, hey God, can I use that to help lift this?
No,
That don't make you weak.
nah, not at all. Like that's helping you go from here to there. That's it. Like it's helping you take a step. It's helping you do the thing, right? Like it's providing assistance,
It's providing assistance, something you
right?
didn't have, helping you achieve
Now,
a
now,
end.
however, financial help is not somebody giving you the money that you asked them for. If you in like in financial straits, financial help is them helping you get out this situation and giving you some understanding, and you actually changing your habits to not be in this situation again because you only have so much resources. However, your obligations is still set. Like you like rent is the same, lights is the same, water is the same, you eat the same amount of food every month, gas, tolls, like those things you got to cover that. And if you need help covering that every month, you need a plan, is what you need.
A budget
Like
plan.
you
A
need a
budget
you need
plan.
you know what I'm saying? That's what I ain't want to say the word budget
No, they need a
because
budget. Don't
nah,
spare them.
they
Don't
do need
spare
a
them.
budget, but they need a plan. They need to plan the budget, right? They need to actually do some stuff. Like
Yeah.
they gotta change their patterns, they gotta change their actions, they gotta change and giving somebody or loaning somebody or however you want to phrase it a couple $100 because they short or giving somebody $60 so they can go get a 3.5 like it doesn't like come on like
Not 60 for the
I'm just
3.5.
the way that depends on where they live at.
God damn. God damn. Man, I hope
Right?
I don't come back to thinking. They said 60 for the what?
All right,
That's crazy.
all right, like so that's not help. That's somebody that's like that person is not looking for help. That person is looking for a fix almost like a crackhead,
Yeah.
right? But if it takes two people to lift it, or if it requires like a device or something, and you got that shit, like
That's right.
you got a whole hoist in your garage, bro. Like you got a whole hoist.
A forklift.
You got a forklift.
You know, it don't matter.
You got
You
that
got
shit.
you got a dolly. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't matter. Like it's come on, family. Like
Dolly works, God. Like, come on, man.
it's gonna be less than what we had before.
The
You
fact.
know, it's work that we have to do. It's gonna be more helpful to the work. You know, I'm trying to tell you, God, like, but that's where we at with it though. That is where we at. If people do feel as though that it makes them weak to ask for help, I don't. And just before we jump into tonight's flavor bombs, to close out our number 4 question, I ask for help when I call the bank and try to get a loan. I'm asking for help. All right. I'm asking for help when I call my doctor's office and say I need to see the doctors for this, that, or the third and make some appointments. Okay. I ask for help when I'm lost by typing in the GPS, getting directions. Okay. What else we asking for help for out here, man? Because, you know,
God, the
we,
little red line under your thing saying you misspelled this thing is help.
hey, we use the word correction.
You know what
Okay.
I'm
we definitely we definitely use the word correction. When I go into the store and I'm looking for something and there's a sales associate that comes by, hey, can you help me? Hey, you looking for something? They can see the puzzle look on my face because I'm looking at them and I'm looking like, why this shit ain't on the shelf? Plus
saying?
I'm wondering, am I looking with my mouth and not with my eyes? You know, because I don't want them. The worst thing is for somebody to be like, "It's right there." Are you serious?
You
You know,
serious?
and I'm like,
I'm standing right here.
"Oh,
It's right there.
damn." Like, it's okay, bro. I'm a vet. You fucked up. You know, I'm
But
looking
you
for
know,
this and thinking about the other shit in the other aisle. You know, I'm trying not to forget nothing. I didn't make a list. That's all it is. You know, my body moving faster. I'm picking it up and putting it in the car fast out my brain faster than I'm doing it with my body. You know, so we always ask for help. I say that like we always ask for help. So nobody should be looking at help as a sign of weakness. You know, that's something that, in my opinion, we need to break that as a mindset. You know, and we talking about healthy help though. We're not talking about
enabling help.
enabling help. You know, so just an opinion and a reflection because we all out here need help. That's true. You know. So let's go ahead and get into tonight's Flavor Bombs.
Flavor Bombs, presented to you by DBCHEFTV.
So tonight, y'all, we got the dumpster butt BBL smell. if if you didn't know, because I didn't know, you know, I've never had an experience with BBLs, so I didn't know that BBLs had a dumpster butt smell. Okay, but there's something on the internet where they got talking about, you know, a lot of the people who have gotten BBLs, you know, particularly young ladies, that there's a smell that comes with it, you know, over time, and who knows, it could be from different things, not able to wipe their behind good or clean their behind good, or things from the surgery, you know. But we're gonna get into it. We're gonna let we got a doctor on the video. He's gonna share some things. It's a fun little watch, fun clip. And then we got we're gonna head to the nation's capital because a Airbnb turned into a landlord nightmare. And it's an interesting story about an Airbnb person who went and stayed at an Airbnb and just moved in and just said, you know what? I like it here. Might as well, I'm just gonna stay. So you'll be able to get our insights on that. And we're gonna go ahead and jump into these clips real quick.
For those who go under the knife for a Brazilian butt lift, also known as a BBL, the goal is a bigger butt, rounder hips, all of that. But there are some downsides that can come with the procedure, and that's the smell. A woman went on social media and she went viral. She says that she had her BBL removed, but before she did, she said that her sit-down air stunk so bad. Take a listen.
To the point to where I
had hold up.
Yo, she said her sit down. Yo, that's like the motion and shit. So that's just she just.
That's like when she walked past you, like, y'all smell that?
Was that me or you?
Did you? What the fuck? What is that?
Oh my god!
And then she sit down and hit the seat, and it just poof, and it poof up.
Up and out.
You little smelly, dirty butt. And somebody looking at it like, that's fat. I still hit it. You dirty dick ass.
And ladies, that's the problem. Right? Like that's the problem why you shouldn't be going around sleeping around, because dudes will still smash and it's like, you nasty son bitch. Crazy.
had to carry around a bottle of air freshener or a bottle of perfume, because when I would use public restrooms, it would stink so bad and the smell would linger. It was like an embarrassment. I didn't want to come out the bathroom with it smelling like that and someone else was waiting at the door.
Okay, so I don't understand at this point. So,
God, hold up,
what?
God, let me break it down. Let me break it down. Let me please. This is what she said. This is what she said. Cause I am not confused. I got it the first time. She said she go in the bathroom. Just use the bathroom. And when she came out, the funk was still with her. That's crazy. Okay. You know, if you go in the bathroom, you could take a dump. You might blow it up, but it don't fall. It ain't stuck to your shirt. You know, like it ain't in your pants leg and shit. Like you get back to the table and you just wiggle your pants leg and some funk come out.
Is that what she
Nah.
meant? Is that what she meant by that? Like,
No, she's saying when she came out the bathroom, it was still there.
I don't get it.
The stank was on, like Outcast stank on you.
Uh,
The stank was on you. She had the stank on you. That is nasty.
this is Fox 2, so this is like a real news station.
We
Like this is, cause I think I seen this video and I'm like, this not real. Like this is like this
Come
no.
on, guy. We do not pull clips from the Inquirer. All right.
This is Fox 2, right?
We do not pull Inquirer clips. We scour the net for
Oh my
for
god.
real people in real life situations. Bless her heart. She went up here, you know, got her TikTok page up there, and she talking about her booty smell. You know, I mean, she ain't got no shame in getting help. She trying to figure it out. She want the stank butt to go away. You know?
That's man.
When I say that BBL really ruined my life, I even lost my boyfriend behind it. He was telling me the whole time, like, you're stinking real bad down there, and I can't.
God, did she just say she lost her boyfriend behind it? Let me stop.
That's what she said.
Behind it.
Can't stomach it.
That's crazy.
Now, how does this happen, and is this even a real thing? My next guest, Dr. Anthony Yoon, he's going to explain this a little bit for us. Dr. Yoon, welcome to Fox 2 Detroit Live.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. So, I mean, have you heard of something like this happening, the smelly BBLs? It's all over social media.
Yeah, mostly just on social media. That's the funny thing. So this is a story that has been kind of recirculating probably over the last year or so. And there's this belief that people who have a BBL surgery, and BBL essentially is taking fat, liposuctioning it from your hips, from your thighs, and then purifying that fat and then injecting it into the buttocks. And there are a number of videos that came out maybe about a year ago where typically men were saying that they would be at the club, they would be surrounded by baddies, and that there was a certain smell that would emanate from the ones that had had BBL surgery.
That's messed up. He put that on all the baddies, though. Didn't he just put that on all the baddies?
He did do that.
He just said baddies.
Kinda as insinuating that if you don't have a BBL, you don't qualify as a baddie.
Wow. Is that shit how we should take that? Dude, is that law?
He's a doctor, right?
Is that the law?
Like, that's how I took it. Like, because you know when I think about a baddie, I think about the edges and the blonde wigs or the bright wigs and the extra makeup and the extra tight short clothes and
It's a
looking like
baddie, so it's a look.
Looking like you need to make a deposit just to say hello.
Looking like you need to make a deposit to say hello, to say aloha, hola, konnichiwa.
That's what I think when I think baddie, but according to he put yeah.
Dr. Yoon said
BBL equal baddie.
he said the baddies. He said they stink in the club too. They in the club. I'm glad I don't go to the club no more. Stinky butt in the club. That's horrible.
And so there are all these ideas about why that could be happening that they would start bringing up. Some would say that it's secretions from the fat that would be leaking out. Other people would say that it's due to the inability to properly wash yourself. And there are all these other ideas too. And then this story came out of this woman fairly recently where she said that she had the BBL smell, that it's real, and that it even actually ruined her relationship.
Yeah, I mean, it's really a whole thing. There's so many people on TikTok saying this. People who have had these Brazilian butt lifts, BBLs, they're coming out and they're saying, "Hey, I stink. Like I don't smell the best." And people who have been around them have said that as well. I mean, could it be an infection? Could it be just not proper?
Yeah, look at all the tools and the whole.
Yo,
look at this, sir. It's like all that for some cheeks.
my problem with this so far, right? Like, because I'm accepting that he's a doctor, and I'm listening closely, and what he said was he mostly only sees or hears about this thing on social media, right? And he talks about these videos that show up on TikTok, and then they show us all this doctor stuff and all this high tech goddamn equipment and whatnot. And I'm wondering, and then I'm listening to her question. She asked about an infection, and I'm wondering why he's not bringing up what is being said amongst doctors about this BBL smell, and why is he limiting his commentary to what he's seen on social media like us? Like that's strange to me.
Because if he tells you, yeah, your ass could stink.
That's what I want to hear. I want him to say that shit is true.
That is going against his Hippocratic oath.
Oh, like I think he should that's what I want a doctor to say. We talk to other doctors, and doctors say that you get this shit because of X, Y, and Z, or it's not real because of whatever. But when he starts off by saying it's a TikTok trend, I'm like, all right.
Look, only the nasty girls are gonna be like, my ass already stink. It don't matter. I'm going to go get me one, girl. That's the only one that's gonna be like that anyway. You know? That's the only ones who are gonna be like that anyway. But if he did kick it like the real, like basically what he said, because something that when you was talking about those things that he was saying, he did say too that he heard guys would be in the club. So where are you hearing it? Are you hearing this from guys in the club, or was that a social media thing too?
Right, yeah.
You know? So you hearing guys saying for their own personal experiences, yes. With the young lady who was saying in the beginning, who came on, who was talking about her sit down smell game.
That was crazy.
You know? So it's like it has to be some validity to it.
So and that messed me up because when she said her sit down game at first, I thought the same thing you thought when you referenced her walking past, like you just catch the whiff of her ass. Like what the fuck is that? But she referenced actually going to the bathroom.
That ain't no sweet smelling perfume.
I'm like, this doesn't sound crazy to me. Like
that ain't no Coco number 9. That's like some boo boo number 2. Chanel number 9. What they got? Chanel number 9. I don't know them two.
But it sounds like an expensive surgery, and to get it removed don't sound like it's cheap. But that don't sound like something insurance will cover.
Stank removal.
I know they're not gonna recover the implants, but maybe they recover.
I call my insurance, y'all cover stank. Y'all cover stank off.
That's crazy.
Oh man, that shit crazy. It's
for hygiene is not there, or I mean, what is it?
So there are a couple of potential causes to it. The first thing is, yes, it could be basically just not having good hygiene. You know, when you have a BBL surgery, essentially your buttocks are much bigger afterwards. And could it be harder to wash back there? I would think yes. Now, that can't be always the excuse, I guess, or the reason. But the first thing that I would think of is hygiene. And that does upset some people when they hear that could be the reason why they have a smell back there. The other reason why, though, and this is going to be not that common, but it's definitely possible, is infection. You know, you are injecting fat into the body. Typically, that fat should not get infected, but the fat could, and if it does, infections smell, and they can smell really bad. But this is something that should be very, very rare because it isn't common to get an infection of your BBL. And so if it happens, you're going to have a lot of pain from it. You're going to have most likely drainage, redness. This isn't something that typically persists for months while you're feeling fine.
Yeah. I mean, some people online are saying that it smells like broccoli. It smells like dumpster juice. And I know that there's something called a lymphatic massage or something that, you know, works it around. Like, what is that? What's that whole process like?
Well, so it's normal to get some drainage from your incisions after you have a BBL, after you have liposuction. You know, I do a lot of liposuction surgery, and I tell patients, you're going to get drainage for a couple of days sometimes afterwards. And then the patients afterwards will wear a garment. Some people call it a faja. And there's a belief that maybe if you're not washing your faja regularly, that maybe that could cause a smell. But those are some of the reasons why that it can happen. But once again, I don't think that this is a fault of the surgery necessarily. The surgery itself has its own detractors. There are issues with the operation anyway. But I think that the BBL smell itself is more of a personal individual thing. You know, if you don't have good hygiene, whether you have a BBL or not, you can smell back there.
Yo, God, I'm with him. Like, this sound like people just refuse to wash their ass. Like, oh, because I got a BBL, it don't get dirty no more, right? So I ain't gotta wash my ass no more.
This
right?
that new type of ass. You don't gotta wash.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking at, I'm like, how big does your ass gotta be to where you just can't wipe, like you just can't reach your own ass no more? Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't understand that shit. Like the drainage part makes sense, but that sounds like any medical procedure would drain. But why would you be at the club right at? I mean, why you leaking and shit? Like, I don't get that. So to me, all those guys smelling those chicks, one, you don't know what shorty just got finished doing. You know what I'm saying? And who she did it with, right? So
She just got out the shower. She just washed that thing. Apparently not enough.
You know, maybe they treat it like, you know, people wash their feet. Like once you know the soap's gonna go down and stuff. And
Oh, that's awful. That's awful.
the shampoo.
That's awful. All them dirty foot bastards. Like, you don't wash your feet in between your toes, you nasty.
Nah, the water just gonna run down anyway.
The water gonna run down anyway. What? No. No. I'm trying to tell you, just man, I remember folks who didn't wash their feet in the military, they used to always have problems with their feet. You know, I'm like, bro, wash your feet. What you mean? The water runs down and hit. No, you gotta scrub the cotton and stuff to get in your toenails and get between your toes.
Yeah, cats that didn't wash their feet and didn't wear shower slippers. I'm like, what's wrong with you? Like,
Yeah, you have Vikings.
cut them off. You don't need them just no more.
Viking, you in a public shower.
What's wrong with you, man?
I'm like, no, when we come through here and scrub the shower, that's Comet and bleach.
You know what I'm saying?
And you're gonna put your bare foot on that.
But hate yourself, man. It's like,
trying to tell you. That shit, wow. So yeah, so our next one tonight is crazy too. Let's go ahead and get into this next one.
It's helpful for people.
Yes.
More now on a story that's getting a lot of reaction online. A D.C. homeowner claims a woman has taken over her rental home and refuses to leave. And up until now, she's run into one legal brick wall after another. So joining us now is Aaron Sokolow, a D.C.-based lawyer who specializes in landlord and tenant cases. Aaron, thank you so much for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
Talk to us about this, because this has just been a wild story, and it's raised probably the biggest question is, how is squatting even allowed to happen?
So, in theory, squatting is not legal, and the homeowner should have some remedy. The problem is in the logistical way that a homeowner can get a remedy. And what you're describing in this case that you've been reviewing is that there's a dispute. The individual who's there says she's a tenant, the homeowner says that she's not, and you go down to court on an emergency hearing, and there's a judge sitting there, and the judge is going to hear from both. But the district is so pro-tenant and so fearful that there will be a wrongful eviction or a self-help eviction where the owner changes locks or turns off utilities or does something to cause occupant to leave without court order, that the judge is going to err on the side of caution. And if the occupant can show something that leads the court to say that there's a possibility that she's allowed to stay there, the court could grant the occupant's request at an injunction and mandate that the owner keeps her there until she gets awarded a proper eviction. And the problem is, in the district, that can take months and months, and it puts homeowners in a really tough spot in the situation you've described.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, you're shining so much light on the court process, what that actually looks like. That being said, would you say the laws in D.C. are favorable to squatters?
Well, they're favorable to tenants, and one person's squatter is another person's alleged squatter, an actual tenant, and the court is going to make sure that it finds out the answer to that preliminary question of has that individual achieved tenancy status or not. And so you're starting with the conclusion that the person's a tenant, but that individual has a right to go to court and try to prove that she's actually a tenant and afforded all of the rights of tenants in the district. And therein lies the rub. It's not easy to get a court to find an answer to that question. It seems simple. In the eyes of the law, it could become very complicated, especially in the district.
Yeah, God. So, what you think about that one?
I think that if you can't afford to do business, don't do business. And I'm saying that to say that if there's a process to remove people, you have to have your resources available on hand to execute that. There's no amount of crying and whining and complaining that's gonna uh, make somebody do something if they're being an asshole, right? So if there's an eviction process, just start that and just do that, right? Because there's nothing else you can do. Anything else you do, you can't even change locks or turn off lights and stuff, right? Like
No.
right, like
No. No, you can do none of that.
right, and to me, like it only becomes and I'm saying this because this becomes an issue because the landlord, the homeowner, is relying on those funds in order for them to make their mortgage, right? Like everybody is, right? Like every business is relying on people to buy stuff to create transactions. But if you don't have your money together, if you don't have your insurance, your backup plan for when things get tight, like you're not doing business right, like you're not preparing yourself properly. If you don't have your lawyer money to handle situations like that that can possibly happen in business, especially this line of business, you're not doing yourself like you just crying, like you're out of position, right?
Yeah.
Like it's not that I'm not saying that nobody should come up, but like you gotta be in the proper position so that it don't hurt, right? Because people, mm, this is America, right? And people try to get over all the time, right?
Hell
And
yeah.
and you dealing with people in America, right? Even if they come from other places, they become Americans, right? And they trying to get over on you. So um if there's a process, you got to be able to endure the process. And if you're not able to endure the process, then you shouldn't play the game.
Yeah, I'm rocking with that. Two things you said though, insurance, like having insurance, that is something that we talk about over more on Bows on the Table. Where it's time to eat with financial fundamentals. Y'all go over there and check that out. We got episodes streaming right now. But like being in that position, you a homeowner, whether you renting or not. Sidebar from this particular topic.
Yeah.
But on the comment that you made, you should have your homeowner's insurance, your insurance deductible. You should have that in the bank.
Always.
You know,
on standby.
Like it shouldn't even be money that you
have to find,
that you think that you have. You know.
Yep.
So, you know, that's always one of them things where it's like, I don't think a lot of people get that. You know, you have a big old house, you have a home, a small a condo, don't matter, and you have an insurance deductible, and you think that nothing's going to happen, or if it does happen, then we'll just find a way to get that, because we always find a way to get.
That's
like,
bad business.
That's bad. You know, that I know, being a homeowner, my insurance deductible is in the bank. Another thing you said, court fees. Keeping some change just in case you got to hire an attorney for something, you're supposed to keep that in the bank too. You know, these are things where we talking about on Help Me, I Can't Afford Myself, where we talk about making a budget plan.
Yeah, man.
You know, these things should be in it. So saying that, correlating it back to the young lady in this, the homeowner who was Airbnb in her property, somebody came in and overstayed, and now they are using the system to be able to continue to stay there, because in DC they allow you to rent without a lease. So that's one of the caveats, that you can rent without a lease. Another thing is that all someone has to do to temporarily, or you know, to run the scam is have a utility in their name. You know, so that I can't say to live there, you know, because they there, but to reside there, I guess, you know, but to occupy it, they just need a bill.
Some places, like, they just got to be there for a certain amount of time, right? I want to say when I was in Virginia, I want to say it was 3 days. If somebody stayed with you for 3 days, that qualified them for tenant status, and you just couldn't kick them out. Like, I think New York is 30 days. Right? Like,
yeah. I think some places are. I think we got a little comment up there. Somebody said, depending on jurisdiction, anyone. Oh, that's Bubbling Brown. Shout out to Bubbling Brown in the building. Depending on jurisdiction, anyone staying 30 plus days start to gain tenant rights. Maybe homeowners can keep stay shorter. Yeah. You know, but I look at it like, if I put that fire on your ass and be like, you gonna get up out my house, you know what I'm saying?
Now you going to prison, or imagine that, guy. Imagine you pull a fire on somebody and they actually leave and they go straight to the damn police station, and now they get to come back and get an order of protection on your ass. Now you can't come back to your own house. Like,
nah,
come on, God.
Nah, because see what you do is you tell them they can't get no mail to your house. Set up yourself a mailbox. It's cheap.
That's true.
That way you can get all your mail.
See, I think places that's 30 days, I think those are easy to get a handle on people. Like, but I think it's tricky. Like I said, Virginia, I want to say that was 3 days. That's literally like an Airbnb, like coming for the weekend kind of thing.
Yeah, I think they probably changed that law since then.
I hope so. Like,
there's no way that 3 days can qualify you to move in. Like,
that's crazy.
For 3 days.
Can't kick nobody out after 3 days. Like, for real.
Nah, because that's why I said, like, you gonna leave under threat and duress. Like, it's not even. an option.
That's what I'm saying.
It's like it's not even an option. You know,
Like, don't
because
play with me.
yeah, yeah,
You
like
get out of my house.
yeah, you getting out of mine. You getting out of my house. You know, like you can go, and then you could just be fucked up with me that it had to get to this point, but you could be self accountability for yourself and realize that damn, he asked me to go and I could have just left, you know, and be like, I realized that I am the cause for pushing them to that. Okay.
Yeah.
So there would be accountability, but then sometimes, you know, you got to put yourself on. You gotta be willing to roll the dice on yourself at times too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and
This is your house, right?
And I'm one of them people that'll roll the dice on myself. You know, because I'm like, if I know I'm not wrong, then
I'm right.
the universe. I think the universe is gonna show me some favor. That's how it's been functioning in my life.
I'm
you
going
know?
in. Hell yeah.
Yeah, you know. So if I'm not wrong, like when I'm wrong, and I know I'm wrong, and I'm doing something that I'm wrong, the universe punish my ass the same way.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So I get it both ways. I don't know if it's me doing it to myself. I think it is. I think I carry that energy. You know. But when I'm right about some shit, and it's like, you know what, sacrifice yourself because this shit gonna go to a bigger right. Then I don't have no problem with the licks or that I gotta take to get to the goal. You know. So that's all we had right there.
You've just been Flavor Bomb, and now back to our show.
So y'all, if y'all just joining us, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. Also share the content. And right now we got a sale going on at the DBCHEFTV gift shop, 25% off. Happy holiday sale. And don't forget to visit www.bksoulfarm.com to get 10, 16, 160 self-sustainability by the God Ali Dawood at BK Soul Farm. We are smoking on the word help, y'all, and getting into our fifth and final question of the night. Last but never least, is the word help bad, good, or misunderstood?
The definition is good. Our understanding, yours and mine, understanding, meaning of the word, are good. I actually don't see nothing bad about the word help other than the people that don't really want help asking for it and looking for it as a reason just to create more trauma and drama. Right? I think those lames make it misunderstood, but take away the dummies, I think help is just good, bro.
That'll take away the dummies. Good luck with that one. Good luck with that one. You know, but is it bad, good, or misunderstood? Definitely good. Definitely good for all the reasons that you were saying, especially the definition, the results from help. Definitely misunderstood as well. And it just goes back to what we always say. One thing I always harp on is just like, you know, it's not enough of us that desire to want to get things right. And we have to understand that we all receive the same education from the same, you know, school systems. And we all are a part of this whole thing, this experience called American culture. So we all have the same tendencies to apply meaning to things without the desire to want to go and really know how to apply the words that we use correctly or appropriately or how they've been intended, you know, how they purposefully been intended. So that's the main reason why I help, like a lot of the words that we discuss here on Cigar Sundays, examine and analyze are indeed misunderstood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So tonight, y'all, we've been smoking on the word help. And we had our 5 questions of this evening. First, what do you think of when you hear the word help? What does healthy help look like versus help that is enabling? How can we tell when an offer to help has strings attached or is genuine? Why do some people assume that asking for help makes them weak? And is the word help bad, good, or misunderstood? Y'all let us know in the comment section below. And man, shout out to everybody. Dr. Mo who pulled up, Bubbling Brown who pulled up, and everybody else who pulled up who didn't say nothing in the chat, but also smash the like button or just pulled up being nosy. You know what I'm saying? We like that too. Help us get some watches, some views. We appreciate y'all doing that too. Also, like we say, we got 25% off right now at the DBCHEFTV gift shop. We got a holiday sale going on. Also, y'all can go over there to www.bksoulfarm.com and check out 1016 160 Self-Sustainability by the God Ali Dawood. All right. And if money's tight, it's all right. You can do something free and just smash the like. And we appreciate y'all and love y'all for that. We want everybody to have a peaceful, positive, productive start to your week. And remember, we not the gurus. You know, if you like something, pick it up, have a smoke. If you don't, leave something in the ashtray for somebody else. I'm Chef Earl Pearl at DBCHEFTV, always with the God Ali Dawood at BK Soul Farm. And we are the Cigarden Panel. Thank y'all for watching Cigar Sundays Live. We'll see y'all next Sunday, 8 p.m. right here. Peace, God.
Peace, God. This whole publication is all about going from nowhere to somewhere, right? Being able to stand on something so that you can travel in peace, right? So bksoulfarm.com, 1016 160 Self-Sustainability. Jump on the list and get yourself together, right? Because it is irresponsible to not even know what responsibility means. So get yourself together, food, clothing, and shelter, protection of that, support your interests, and live.
It's the most wonderful time of the year again, where families make new memories, share old memories, and celebrate the new year. So visit the DBCHEFTV gift shop for the best stocking stuffers to add to your holiday cheer. Enjoy 25% off our entire site now through January 5th, 2026. At the Veteran Kettle Podcast, we thank you for your service, support, and sacrifice to our country. Listen to real stories of adversity and triumph as we give our best to honor our vets. Subscribe today and watch episodes now streaming on YouTube at TVK Podcast, The Veteran Kettle. Love ain't always easy, and we won't stop until we get it right. So bring that ass to the Love Speak Podcast. Subscribe today and let your love speak at TLS Podcast, The Love Speak, now streaming on YouTube. If it's Friday night and you don't have a date, then brunch with the fellas is your spot, so don't be late. We go up at 9 p.m. with the trending topic news. Smash the like, comment, subscribe, and share the content. Don't be rude. At Brunch Fellas, now streaming on YouTube. Exchange insights Sundays at 8 p.m. East Coast time with the Cigarden Panel. Smoking on words like two big nerds. Hosted by DBCHEFTV and BK Soul Farm at Cigar Sundays on YouTube. Subscribe and hit the notification bell, so when they go live, you never miss an episode of Cigar Sundays Live. Sign up for the newsletter and shop merch and clothing at www.dbcheftv.com.